Welcome back to another video. It's Friday and you know what that means. It's time for Top Fuel Teachers.
So Chris, tell us about your plans for the Yaris and all the stuff you want to do to it.
Yeah, the Yaris. So as I said in a previous video, I deal with the more basic cars. This one I'm going to make a bit more exciting. Reason being, there's not a lot of love for the Yaris, but I'm bringing the students round. I'm showing them here that any car can be modified. They saw this as a bit of a boring granny mobile. Now, with some ordering of parts, wheel arches, which you will see the students later on in this video fitting, it has transformed the car. I'll come straight onto this. Look at these wheels. Notice anything? Mini. These are BMW Mini wheels, 4x100 bolted straight on, no dramas at all. We literally got the wheels down and went, let's see if these fit. And they did, straight on. So I was like, right, let's get the rest on, let's do it. Instantly transformed the car with just the wheels.
Quick one, big shout out to Andy Pearson, AP Engineering, thank you for the wheels.
Excellent. And yeah, like I said, we've got some arches. So as you can see, just alloy wheels and an arch, it transformed the look of a car. Now, as you can see, they're a bit in there. We're going to need some wheel spaces, and it's sitting a bit high. So, future plans, we're going to lower it, get rid of this huge tractor gap. So we'll bring it down. We're also going to bring the wheels out, and I'm thinking, let's keep it on trend and camber them. Let's kill two birds with one stone and get some cambered wheel spaces. Make sure we put them the right way up though. Moving on then, round the car, the students have been busy inside. They've been stripping it out because we want to make it look like a track car. So, all the interior out. We'll go and see our good friends at Jones & Wymark, just over there. We'll get some tubing, piping, and we'll make either a rollover bar, a rear cage. We'll see what we can do. Again, this will be the students doing this with us, so it'll be student built. I think they'll really enjoy it. It'll give it a good look inside, the aggressive track look. Windows, we'll look at getting them tinted. That again, we can do with the students, a universal tinting kit. We might go through a roll or two, but it'll be a good fun and an experience for them, something they can do. Round to the back then, more parts from eBay. A spoiler, we found a genuine Yaris spoiler, so we've fitted it. Now, all honestly, there's supposed to be a little factory lip spoiler that this bolts to, but I thought, sod it, this fits straight on there. So we put it on. As you can see, there is a bit of a gap, the reason being, we need to open the boot.
Cool, that's close, Chris, isn't it?
So there's
well measured
reason for the gap being there. However, it's transformed the back of the car. Also at the back of the car, you don't modify a car without ever doing the exhaust. Look at this beast. This is going to sit nicely under here. We'll cut out a bit of the bumper, but it's going to be a central exit rear pipe. I think that really finish off the back of the car. Give it a nice little tune. Again, our students will be doing this.
Big shout out to Michael and thank you for the exhaust as well.
Excellent, thank you very much. Keeping it on trend, kill all rear wipers. So now I've got to find a grommet to fit in there. We might have to get rid of the TR and get a little GR badge. Keep it up to spec. Maybe we'll smoke the rear lights or teach students how to do that, removing them and a bit of spray paint, and we'll get them smoked out. Bit of 90s styling. Again, arches, if we cut at this point, you can see our students fitting the arches. So here we are then, we've got Callum at the front, Alex at the rear, fitting our new arches. Another quality eBay find we found for the Yaris. They came with a fitting kit of nuts and bolts. But as you can see then, we've already marked and pre-drilled the holes to make fitment a lot easier.
cut that. Oh my god, yeah, cut
Is
that
it,
bit up.
is it even a day at work if you don't rock at all? As you can see, we've already got them fitted down on this side. And obviously now what we're looking at is maybe getting some wheel spaces, really bring these alloys out, sit right out in the arches, as they look quite tucked in now. We've got some sticky out arches on. Great stuff. You see, just the addition of these arches completely changes the appearance of the Yaris, going from Granny Bamille to a bit of a track monster. As you can see, they're just finishing up now on the last couple of bolts, making sure it's all nice and tight and secure. We don't want it flapping about in the wind. Great stuff. You all done there, Alex?
Yeah.
Great stuff. And then you can see here, Callum's just finishing his last one here. And I think you'll agree, this completely changes even the front appearance of the Yaris now. So more plans in the future. We're going to get it lowered, maybe a cheeky bit of camber in those wheels, and some mesh wiring. Here we are. Callum's just finished well in, mate. Great job. As you can see, completely different car. Didn't they do a great job fitting those arches? Really, they should be really proud of what they've achieved there. So moving on then, other parts we've got. We have a bucket seat. Now obviously this needs retrimming, but this will go in. As you can see, branded Sparco seat. It also needs a clean. I know just the student to clean that up for us. He will love it. He loves cleaning. Round to the front then, we haven't stopped yet. There's a list. We're going to put a front splitter on it. Because why not? What is a track car without a splitter? We've removed the factory grille. We're going to get some meshing and we'll make our own up to go here. There have been talks about removing the Toyota badge and putting a mini badge there to suit the wheels. I've told them to stop being so silly. But we had a good giggle while we was talking about it anyway. As you can see then, popping out here, we've gone for, again, eBay.
No expense spent.
There was none. We've got an induction kit. This is only mocked up at the moment, but as you can see, it sits quite high. How are we going to get around this? We're going to cut a hole in the bonnet. Of course we're going to cut a hole in the bonnet, have our nice shiny air filter sticking through, and while we're at it, we'll get some bonnet vents as well. Get one on there. I think that will really transform the look of the front end. We can go a bit 90s and get some fox eyebrows on it as well.
What, eyelashes?
The big eyelashes. Yeah, why not? I'm sure they'll appreciate that. More modifications then. We've removed this fog lamp. Reason being, I'm going to run a cold air intake all the way up to the top of the engine there. Now obviously this is not a high performance, high temperature machine, but it's a learning curve for them. This is what big horsepower do. They run cold air intake straight into the engine bay.
See, some of our students could end up with a car like this for their first car. Yeah. So these cheap little mods that we're doing on it are absolutely brilliant for them to learn and see what they could do to their cars when they get them.
Any car. And like I said, it's really brought them round to the Yaris. So I've actually got people wanting to work on this now because it looks sporty. They can see a progression. Oh, I can actually do that. Whereas before, like, unfortunately, the Micra stuck at the back there, that's now the more hated car because, well, it's boring. Well, this was boring. Now it's not. I did have to challenge them yesterday. They said, but why the Yaris? It's only a 1.3. I challenged them with, why Project D? It's only a diesel. It was never an ST. And they start thinking, oh yes, you can do it to any car. This is the 1.3, so it's the better engine, less the GR. So, but I think they are coming around to it. And it's just giving them that, okay, we don't have to have an ST or a GTI to modify a car. We can do it to anything to make it look great.
So, are you gonna livery it or paint it, or what's the plans with the rest of the bodywork, Chris?
We tried wrapping. Now, I've never wrapped a car in my life, and certainly none of the students have. And after our little experiment, we never will wrap a car, especially when it's cold and the wrap's about 13 years old. We do have a plan to paint it though. Now, I'm not going to reveal it, but myself and AD, Roadhog Aid there, have been chatting, and we've come up with a great colour scheme to go with this. Now, it's two-tone, that's all I'm going to say at the moment, but I think you guys are going to love it. Certainly.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, but as I say, it's going to be painted, rattle cans. I don't think we'll really get away with bringing a compressor and a spray gun in here. There's too much around here that could go wrong. So rattle cans, but yeah, it's going to look something else. We'll put some livery on it as well. We'll get it Top Fuel Teachers down it, really promote it. Maybe we'll get a Toyota racing banner or something in the window as well. You know, really confuse people as to what we're actually hammering about.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So obviously we'll be keeping progress updates on this. Keeping an eye on Chris and see how he's getting on with it.
But actually, I think great project, don't you, Aid?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll round that video off here now. So it's goodbye from Chris.
See ya.
And it's goodbye from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.